Hello everyone, welcome back to OCD Recovery's YouTube channel. Today is the second video of the mini-series we're doing. We're breaking down a misconception in OCD recovery. We've done many videos, but these ones we're doing for the next 5 to 10. We're talking about 1 point per video and breaking them down in much more detail on things that we think hold people back severely in the OCD recovery journey. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna let my dog out for a second. Okay, hold on. Go. Okay. So, I don't know if Mama wants to cut that out or not. So don't forget to subscribe and like that video. Let me know what you think about this. This is something that people get emotionally supercharged about. It's not something that bothers me whatsoever because you're more than likely going to come across it for the rest of your life. It's very integrated in the way people think, and that is you do not need people to understand you outside of the community of people that are helping you. And I want to gear this towards OCD jokes, OCD shirts. I was watching a car. I'm a big car guy. I was looking at a car channel, and someone, the caption video was cleaning my car like I have OCD, and that doesn't matter to me at all. I mean, they just don't understand. You wouldn't get mad at someone. Let's see. What's a good example here? The word retarded, that's a big one, right? Mentally retardation, right? Children who have mental retardation. So my neighbor is a nurse, and he watches a boy who's 17 who choked on a peanut, I believe, and had lack of oxygen to the brain, anoxia, and he's this is 15 years ago. He's non-responsive, so nonverbal, can't move. It's not good. It's a sad scenario. Severe paralysis. It's sad. So, but people say the word retarded all the time without thinking about something like that. Now, I'm not saying that using the word retarded is good. I'm just saying I'm giving you an example. I say the word from time to time. It's not the end of the world. We're living in a period of time where we are demanding that other people not use certain words. This is a dead-end road. What we want to be doing is building a high frustration tolerance, coming to a realization that people are more than likely going to use these words. We don't have to agree with it, and then maybe we can educate them. But what a lot of people do is they go on this personal vendetta against people for saying stuff. So you see all these people on social media, shirts that say stuff like OCD is not an adjective and all these other things, and you get all these people that are like, they build up this like army of resentment. That, if you're doing that, you more than likely want to stop. Teaching people about OCD and trying to prove them why they're wrong, so real quick, let's talk about that. Trying to prove someone wrong is the least most efficient way to changing someone's mind. And that's what everyone does. It's like anger. People think anger gets them somewhere. It gets them nowhere in 99.9% of the cases. Trying to prove someone wrong is not how you get people to see it through your way. That is a complete myth in all realms. Psychology, money, religion, politics. It's the way that I'm going to prove you wrong. No, you're not, because the natural, innate human response for most people is defensiveness and assertiveness. They're not even going to listen to you. What you really want to do is go, hey, I actually have OCD. And they're like, no way, you're really clean? And I'm like, no, actually, it was kind of crazy. I was super obsessed with my saliva for 2 years. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then I'm like, yeah, it was like this. And when I was telling one of my friends about this at dinner like a year and a half ago, she looked at me and she said, that must have been the most terrifying thing ever. And I was like, it was. And she said, I didn't even know OCD was like, and I was really stuck at the time. I'm like, yeah, it was, which I meant to say it is. But trying to show people and prove people wrong, lots of channels out there, hundreds of thousands of views, not good, not beneficial for us at all. We know this is the truth because it's not how humans respond in their innate psychology. Our innate state, our natural state, most people, is to be conditional in the way we see the world, others, and ourselves. That person did this, they're a bad person. That's how we see people who make OCD jokes. But they're just a person making a joke. It's just comedy. You don't have to agree with it, and you don't have to like it. But to try and say you demand it must not exist, well, it does exist. So now you're moving away from objective reality, and you're actually not helping your cause. So we can educate people and be like, hey, this is not what it is, in a friendly tone. The second you get defensive and the second you get angry, you've lost. It's over. The conversation is over whether you know it or not. Because that person's going to be like, well, fuck you. It's just, that's how the majority of people respond, because that's the innate response and reaction from humans, unless you work on cognitive behavioral therapy and RBT. I got into a huge disagreement with my buddy last night for like an hour and a half. One of my good friends. We didn't see eye to eye on it, but we came to a conclusion at the end and we're still friends. But that's not how most people view things, especially with needing people to understand you. First of all, you don't need one person to understand you again, because we know what works. Unconditional self-life, other acceptance, moving with uncertainty, building decent lifestyle habits, having balance, and time and patience. Many ups and downs and all over the place. This is what's going to bring us to where we want to go. What's not going to bring us to where we want to go is yelling at people and screaming at them, making shirts, bringing a vendetta against OCD shirts and OCD titles. It's an illusion. It has no effect on my life. And if it has no effect on my life and it has an effect on your life, the only difference is the belief on it. Let me say that again. If I think it's funny, okay, when I see people with OCD shirts or obsessive compulsive Christmas disorder, so funny, that doesn't bother me. And if it bothers you, the event is the same. The shirt is still there. It's not the activating event. It's the belief about it. This is what we talk about all the time. You're demanding and shooting that those things don't exist. I promise you they're going to exist forever. Let's go through some of them real quick before you end the video. That's retarded. Don't think about mental retardation. The weather's so bipolar. My wife is on the Bipolar Alliance here in Colorado. I mean, I talked to a woman at an event 5-6 months ago who had pretty severe bipolar. Like, hey, I have obsessive compulsive disorder. She was like, oh, no way. We had this great talk for like 5 minutes. But people don't think about that. There's all these other like, oh, I'm so depressed right now because like something weird happened, without thinking about people who have MDD, major depressive disorder. So it's not as simple as just being like, they can't exist. This should not exist. And this is the problem we have today. It's the demanding and shoulding. I'm not saying I agree with the shirts. I'm just saying they exist. They'll more than likely exist forever. I can't personally do anything about it. I can advocate and aware, but nobody has to listen to me. Not one person needs to listen to me. Watch this video. I implore you to watch this video again and really listen to what I'm saying. Let me know what your opinion is on this. If you don't agree with me, we'll have a great conversation anyway. Don't forget to subscribe, like that video, tell your friends, show people who have a problem with this, and you'll see me next time. Part 3, the third one. I'm thinking, and if this goes up before that one, you guys tell me what you'd like to see first. I wrote something down here and it doesn't make any sense. It said OCD recovery benefits from recovery. What? I must have been thinking about something else. Running from OCD is good. That's another one we're going to do. Feeling good for a few days means recovery. We've all fallen down that trap. You can't hold down a job with OCD. Made a Facebook post about that today. And you can have a relationship with OCD whether you have ROCD or not. So thank you so much. See you next time. Have a great day. Ooh.